Okay, thank you guys for being here. No, really good ball game. A well-coached UConn team. A lot of respect for Danny and what he's been able to do at UConn, defending national champion. Here in the championship game tonight, we knew that they were going to be prepared and play a real physical ball game. Felt like a game, really, to be honest with you, in March right now, and they came out, and really attacked the glass, doing what they do at an elite level in terms of crashing the glass pretty hard and stuff. And I thought it was a big difference in the first half for us. Second half, we came back out, and I thought we played a lot tougher on the glass, kept them off the glass with second chance opportunities, and then we executed and got some things done as well. Again, take our hats off to those guys. They make big shots and big moments, and but I'm proud of my guys and the way they competed, and the way we played it to the end, and we'll grow from this and we'll be better moving forward.
Questions for Dillon Mitchell, please.
Dillon, how did your game change with Caden out tonight?
I just knew, with a guy out like that, it's just next man up. And we emphasize that. We got great players, so it don't matter who's out, somebody got to step up. We're going to be a good team. That was a big challenge for us, and we learned a lot about our team, put it like that. We learned a lot about our team, and we know we're going to be a good team. So we don't take that as a loss. We take that as a learning lesson. We take that as something we can go back home and look over and learn how to get better, learn what we got to do better. So, no matter who's out, Caden or whoever's out, somebody got to step up, and we got to do whatever it takes to win the game.
What did y'all learn tonight? Not just tonight, but yesterday as well.
Well, the first thing I would say we learned as a team is that we fight to the end. No matter what the score is, no matter what's going on. Even tonight felt like a home game for them. It felt like like Coach said, a March game. It felt like an away game. And one thing, we fought to the end. No matter what happened in the first half, no matter what was going on, we fought and we stayed together. Even with a minute going down and we're down 8 or however much it was, we stayed together, we stayed connected, we fought to the end. So I think that's the biggest thing we learned from this whole trip.
I got one for Dillon real quick. Can you describe a bit the jump? I know you narrowly escaped Louisville yesterday, but the jump in the game speed, competition, size, anything that UConn presented versus maybe every other opponent at this point in the season, and what it was like to prepare for that on basically 24 hours prep?
The biggest thing with UConn is they run their sets and they execute. They play together, they play hard. They're big. They got Donovan, who's big. They got a lot of guys that know their sets and run it well. So that was a big thing, just talking. It all came down to defense. We knew we're a good offensive team, but we wanted to stand on our identity, and that's defense, and that's guarding the ball, switching, talking, communicating, and so that was one of the biggest things that we knew we had to do, because this is a team who executes. They're really well coached, So I think the biggest thing was just staying together on the defensive side and staying on our identity.
Did y'all do anything different in the second half defensively? Because they had 46 at half, and then the second half was different.
It's all mindset. It's wanting to do it. It's all going out there and being hyped up. We gotta have that same energy the first half. Wanting to make stops, not just going out there and trying to get stops. No, wanted to do it. So I think that's the biggest thing. It was all just mindset, having that mentality to go out there and guard and make stops. And I think once we came out the second half and had that type of mindset, I think we played really well together on the defensive end.
Last one for Dillon.
You've talked about your identity as rebounding and defense, but a career high in points. Were you kind of showing off some of the stuff you learned in the offseason tonight?
That just came to me. I knew if I did my part on the defensive end, played hard, those things would come to me. Yes, I've been putting a lot of work in, this offseason, but I think a part of it was just, it came to me. I wasn't going out there trying to get my buckets or trying to do this on the offensive end or trying to show this or show this. No, it just kind of came to me. And, I know if all of our guys, we play our parts on the defensive end, offense will come with it.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Questions for Coach, please? Go ahead.
Coach,
It's okay. Hey, even though you're not happy with the result against this level of competition, to be this competitive without Shedrick and Dessou, what does that tell you about the potential and the ceiling for this team when you guys are a full clip?
No, John, I think we're going to be really good. I like this team. It's not one day I walk in the gym that I have one guy on my team that I'm not happy to be around. This team here is going to have a chance to be connected. I think they're going to have a pretty tough mindset in terms of the way we want to play down the stretch. We're at Texas. We don't accept more victories. There's no more victories. We play to win. we came out tonight, all the guys in uniforms, we expected those guys to play and compete at a high level and play to win. No matter we're down one guy, two guys, doesn't matter. We're gonna lace them up and we're gonna go. Thought we competed and played Texas basketball in the second half. It showed some toughness and grit that we have to have in the Big 12 as well. But no doubt about it, level of competition stepped up here. We knew we were going to play a team on a neutral court even last night in Louisville that played lights out here and had a chance to be away from home and came in and gave us a great game. But we showed grit, perseverance, and we found a way to win. And early in the year, you're really trying to get your team to understand how to win and what it takes to win. And I thought over these 2 days, back to back, we really grew in those areas. We grew in the area of taking care of the basketball. We came here against lesser competition to turn the ball over a lot more against some of our opponents. But last 2 days, we had 6 and 5. That's really what we want in terms of being able to value taking care of the basketball and not beating ourselves. But high ceiling for this group. And when we get everybody out there on the floor and playing together, it's going to be a pretty deep and pretty good team.
Do you anticipate having that before you start the guts of the Big 12, obviously, in early January? How critical is that to have reps as a unit before you get into the gamut?
Yeah, Lord bless your prayers, my prayers. We'd love to have everybody healthy at that point and get everybody a chance to kind of get acclimated because, again, you're trying to build your bench, build your rotation, kind of play the way you want to play. And if we're able to get some games under our belt with all of our guys, I think that really helped going into the Big 12 slate for sure.
Coach, this UConn team lost 3 guys to the NBA. They've won 11 in a row. They haven't lost since March. How effectively has Danny kind of replaced the pieces he lost, and how complete a team are they to play against?
They're really good. I tell you, he's got big guys. He's got shooters. He's got some ball handling. Some guys that can make good decisions with the ball. He's got good shooting. The young kid that's out right now, Castle's a really good player for him as well as a guard. So he's really reloaded, in terms of having an elite team. They're an elite, top 5 caliber team right now, and haven't had a chance to win a national championship. That just adds to in terms of the culture that he's built and the confidence that his team plays with. And again, something that we're trying to work toward. And I think we both said, at the end of the game, even prior to the game, we'd be happy to see each other on different sides of the bracket, in March.
Thank you.
Lord bless.
What they do?
What was your biggest takeaway from Dillon Mitchell's performance tonight?
Dillon Mitchell's been playing this way with the exception of the other night. I thought he still played hard and still gave us winning basketball, even against Louisville. It wasn't one of his best nights that he's had to this point in the season, but he's had some really good nights already. And I think for young players, the biggest jump for those guys is just being consistent with what they do every day, whether it be in practice and games. And I think he's really taken a huge step this year in that regards, and it's a reflection of his play in games, and he came out tonight, and I thought he was he was terrific on the main stage, playing with the motor on defense, rebounding for us, scoring for us. He did everything tonight at an elite level. He guarded a bigger guy, he guarded smaller guys, and we have that kind of Dillon Mitchell every day in practice and games. With the other 2 guys we'll have coming back, it's pretty good, man. Pretty good front line right there to deal with.
What did they do against Max in particular to kind of keep him in check? It seemed like Diarra, when he was guarding him, seemed to hold him pretty well in check throughout the game.
He's their best perimeter defender. Not to take anything away from Newton and those guys, and those other guys, they score the ball. That's the main defender out there and stuff, and he did a good job. Max is you're not gonna shut Max down. Max still had 10 points tonight, had double figures, and Max is gonna continue to have great games for us. But he did a great job staying right there, contesting his tough shots for him. Making it really tough on getting really good clean looks, and stuff. But they were right there. They didn't go down for him tonight. I thought we put him in pretty good position on a few of those possessions and things of that nature there. But Max is a star. He's been a star his whole career, and we're not going to expect anything less from him this season.
2 last ones for Coach.
Coach, how's Caden doing, and when do you kind of expect him back? And also, what did you say to Tyrese to get him going in the second half?
Well, I think, again, Caden, we're playing a long game with both of our guys. I mean, both of those guys, You don't want to rush him back. You have to have those guys. We need those guys for the whole season. And they change our team. You know what I mean? Because they're two elite level rim protectors, and they're two guys that also can score the ball for us. We need to calm things down. We take that ball inside, and they're proven scores as well. Whether it be in the paint, whether it be outside the paint with the suit. Kane's fine. He's just out in a position right now to where he can go back-to-back nights. The other night was a physical game. He's on that floor a lot. They let us play the other night. We didn't get a lot of fouls called our way and everything. But, to bring him back in another physical game tonight, he's just not ready for that right now. So, again, we have to play smart, and we have to make sure we protect our guys as well. The last question was?
Tyrese in the second half.
Tyrese Hunter, I sat down with him this afternoon. When Tyrese really started playing elite level defense for us, last season our team really changed and went to another level. Midway through the Big 12, he was a Big 12, I thought, defensive performer for us, and it really elevated our team to another level. We sat down today and watched tape on, a game in particular that he had last year against Sule Boom in the tournament. He did a phenomenal job on Boom. And, that's where we have to get him back to seeing himself being that kind of guy that we go into a game against an elite level player like Tristan Newton. You have to be able to hold the ground, okay, and do a great job of trying to not shut him down, but do a great job of containing him and not letting him have one of those great nights.